Hi, Amethyst Moonflower here coming at ya. And today I'm going to be doing an updated room tour of my sanctuary, sacred space, witchy room, whatever you want to call it. But I have done a video once before. Sorry, it went out of focus. But I have rearranged a lot of things. A lot of stuff has come and gone. So I just thought I would show you around my new room. Now, this part of the entrance is still the same as last time. My enter sanctuary with perfect love and perfect trust sign that I painted with the amethyst moon picture. And then the tree that I made out of branches from outside with beads and God's eyes or Bridget crosses, whatever you want to call them, hanging from it. And my broom for protection. And then this is the massage table that I use when I do crystal healing or Reiki, sound healing, whatever modality that I choose to use at the time. And some sticks that I always have because I bring them in from outside when I find a stick that I like. Now I'm going to give you a slow pan of a quick view overall around. I'm really happy with how it looks right now. I've been rearranging all week, trying to figure out how I wanted it, and I'm really happy with how I got it right now. So I'm I still got a lot of cloth hanging from the walls, but I kind of switched them up a little bit to give them a better layout. Before, sorry for the quick spin, all this was on the opposite wall, and this was not here, and this was over there, and so everything, like I said, has been moved around. But this is my main altar. Well, I got two main altars really, but this one's kind of more one that I decorate for Sabbats and things like that. And the one in the center is usually the one that I'd use for like moons or when we have group circles so we can all sit around and things like that. So I have two altars in here. Up here is a pentacle that I made out of a wreath and some sticks and some twine. And then there's a sign that a friend gave me that says the Society of Black Cats, a fly-by-night group. It's a dollar store Halloween sign, but it's cute, and so I got it hanging up there. And then here is a sign that I made for my front door, but my landlord told me to take it down because it was against the rules, so it's in here now, but I still have it. And then here is my altar. I'll give you a closer view of it. I have my goddess statue with my clear quartz crystal ball, and I have three different spheres at the moment. So I use the clear one for full moons, I use the black obsidian for new moons, and then I have a rose quartz one. So I use that. And then this is a candle holder that I got on sale after Christmas, and it's metal, so it's really nice. Great representation for what I think for the horn god. And then a little cross for Jesus. Another pentacle and a working candle. And then here is a tiny little, the cutest little balsam. I actually found this on the ground outside of the gas station. Don't know who it was, but they must have lost it, and I tied some purple string to it and this little Hamza symbol for protection, and I'm charging it up. Sorry for the glitch. I'm charging it up. I'm going to hang it in my car. So right now it's just sitting there. And then here is my offering bowl, and inside I got some little pretty purple flowers that I found outside that I added. And there's my sea salt and my pink Himalayan salt candle holder. And this pretty chalice. And then my Athame, a honey jar spell that is ongoing that I have here that I keep on my altar that I'm always working with. And this is my husband's Viking drinking horn. Sorry that my phone keeps going out of focus. I got it for him for Father's Day, and we added it to the altar. I think it's awesome. And then some Palo Santo. And then in the back I have the 7 chakra candles to go with my 7 chakras altar cloth. And I like how it is set up. I think it looks really pretty. And underneath my altar is a basket full of incense, my tarot and oracle cards, and then my rune set, and then in there is my amethyst pendulum, and then over here is sorry about my phone, I don't know why it's doing that, Mercury retrograde, right? Is my bowl full of crystals. These are all my crystals for personal use. These are the ones I use just for myself, really. And I do plan on showing you guys what I have. I don't have the largest crystal collection, but what I do have works for me, and I use them for all kinds of stuff. And those are that. And then there's some more crystals in there. And then this is a beautiful water pitcher bowl set that I got at a yard sale for only $5, and it's amazing and I love it. And then I got some charcoal. This is my traveling altar box, and then this is a box that I use to store more ritual items in, and things like that. And then over here is this little table that I kind of made. The stand was from a bird bath that I got, but the glass cracked and broke, so I was left with the stand, and I put the wood on top of it, and now it is my crystal gridding table. And I painted that purple flower of life to place my crystals on, and that's my current grid: selenite, fluorite, amethyst, lapis lazuli, sorry, the name blanks me, labradorite, sorry, adventurine, angelite, serpentine, smoky quartz, clear quartz, black tourmaline, and snowflake obsidian. Those are all the crystals that I'm using in my grid right now. So I think it looks fabulous, and it's got some great vibes. And then this is my yoga mat. Actually, this is like, if I back up, give you some light, this is my little meditation corner that I have here. My little blow up seat and my pillow that I made. And then this is just like some decorative flowers or whatever that I have in the corner. And my drum. And then my basome that I painted. And then these are me and my husband's staffs that we made. That's a stone that I set in there. That's my birthstone, aquamarine. And then here is the shelves that I have. Medicine rattle. Now, this box right here, that is my Reiki box. I have a little poppet in there and some Reiki stones and things like that. And so those are my shelves. It's kind of more for ambiance in a sense, you know, it just great vibes. And then over here, the newest addition to my space, which I'm like super happy about, is my writing desk, because I love writing and I write all the time. And this is where I sit when I'm working on my Book of Shadows, because this is currently what I'm working on, is writing out my Yule for my big Book of Shadows. And this is my vision board that I made on the beginning of the new year this year, to kind of represent all of the things that I'm trying to attract into my life. And this is just a book that I use to write down all the stuff that I use to make my jewelry and crafts that I sell. Magically Mixed is the name of my little business that I sell jewelry and journals and ritual kits, and just I make all sorts of things. And I have an Etsy, Magically Mixed at Etsy, and that's where you'll find all the stuff that I make. And these are just more journals that I'm writing in. And then my feather pen set. And this pen set my husband bought me for Christmas a couple years ago. It didn't come with a pen holder, and so, but it didn't come with this feather either. I actually glued this ostrich feather to it to kind of give it the that feather pen vibe. And I'm using a tiny, this is actually a Patron bottle that a friend let me have, and I just put my pen in there, and I think it works out really well. And then my essential oil diffuser. Right now I'm diffusing lavender and sandalwood, and it smells so good. And my little black cauldron. And then over here I have it's my bookshelf, but I got my certificates hanging on it as well. And mind you, because I'm in a basement, I don't have any windows. I wish I did. And I don't have, all the walls are brick concrete, so I can't hang anything on the walls. Everything that's hanging is hanging from the wood above, like the beams from the above. I nailed nails along the top, and that's how I hang my curtains or my fabrics to give the walls some color. And so I kind of MacGyvered this piece of wood and nailed it to the back of this crate so that I could hang my certificates on something, because I had nowhere to hang them and I wanted to display them, so that's what I did. But these are all my journals. And then this is my witchy book collection that I have down here. I mean, you know, it's not the biggest book collection, but everything that I have works for me. So, and everything should always work for you. And then down there's more books and binders. And this is like an altar that I made a long time ago for like traveling or whatever. But on the back of it I wrote this little blessing. It says, "By the moon, the stars, the sun, by God, the goddess, the ancient ones, blessed be this altar and all hereon, good for all and harm to none, by the power of 3 times 3, as thee will it, so shall it be." And then on the other side, I have, that's the altar that I painted. And I do use it, especially if like I want to alter a flat surface for like outside or, you know, whatever. So I do use it, but it's all hand painted and hand stained and everything. And always had this piece of wood, and I was like, man, I need to do something with it. And I was going to make it a Ouija board out of it, but my husband absolutely refused to let it become an Ouija board. So I turned it into an altar, and I think it looks really pretty. So that's where I just slide it over here, keep it out of the way. And then this is my little glass curio cabinet. Got this at a yard sale, and inside of it I just keep some of my pretty stuff. Hi. My fairy figurines, my crystal spheres that I'm not using on my goddess statue at the moment. This is my fluorite tower. opalite tower, and then a chalice, some dragon figures. These are these little like Pumsy looking stones. They're actually little gifts from the fairies that I got a few years back, and it's amazing. So I keep those in there. And this athame is actually one of the newest additions to this witchy room. My one of my magical sister / best friend's 12-year-old son somehow came across this, and the family didn't want him to have it because it was, you know, he's 12 and he doesn't need this big old knife, and she didn't want it because it didn't vibe with her, so they gave it to me. I accepted it. Here, I'd show you what it looks like, but I gotta use 2 hands. It's got these Egyptian markings on the blade and this little blue stone. It's a really nice blade. Sorry about that. But I don't really care for the sheath too much. I don't like this thing. It looks like a watch or something, but you know, it's still nice, so I keep it in here. And then these are my wands. My daughter had her wand up at the top, and then she lost it somehow, so we'll have to get her a new one. And then my selenite wand and my crystal wand and another Pumsy stone that magically appeared. And then just some more things that I have down there that I keep in there. And then don't mind that, that's my art space. It's chaotic right now, and you know, I might give you an art space tour one of these days, but I have to clean it and organize it first. So that's where I keep my big book of shadows, on that chair, because it's so big I can't really put it anywhere else. But this is my shelf. Now, not a whole lot has changed on the shelf since last time, other than the fact that I got way more jars than I did last time. More jars full of herbs and incense blends that I've made. I got a blend for each of the Sabbats now, and I'm working on creating a blend for each of the 12 zodiacs. My cousin gave me this spice kit a few years ago for Christmas, and all the spices kind of just went bad because I wasn't using it. I had plenty of spices, and they were all just normal spices that didn't get used up. So I cleaned out all the jars and labeled them, and I've been working on making blends for each of the 12 zodiacs. So I can use those for moons, and then I can use these for Sabbats, and that's one of my goals. And then this is a wood blend that I'm working on for the 9 sacred woods to use during Sabbats as well, like in a balefire or something. But only the ones that have pink star are the ones that I have found so far. I'm still looking for rowan, hazel, and apple. So when I find those, then the 9 sacreds blend will be complete. And then I also have my blessed moon water, and then I have solar sun water from the summer solstice this year, and then some storm water, sea salt, myrrh, black salt that I made, dragon's blood, you know, all the good stuff. And then here are some more things that I have. Oh, this is a pendulum board that I painted. And then this is a little chest that my husband got me for Christmas by Mortar and Pestle. A funnel, because funnels come in super handy. My working potion cauldron that I use to make brews and stuff. Florida water, teapot, some oil, some fairy sand, spoons, candles, cloths. And then this whole box is full of candles, so lots of candles. These jars are all empty. I'm going to make some essential oil blends. And then down there is just some exercise stuff that I got, because this is a nice space that I like to use for doing yoga or whatever when I'm in the mood for exercising. And then I have this really pretty picture frame that's like a divider that I got also from a yard sale for super cheap. I think it was like $3, which is a great deal. And I always wanted one of these, and so I used it actually to put in just some nice pretty pictures that I liked to kind of like set an ambiance mood for space down here. Galaxy, zodiac chart, sun and moon, moonflower, more succulents, more amethyst. So yeah, I really like it. I put it in the corner here. I wasn't really sure where I was going to put it. I was originally going to use it over here to kind of like block off my messy craft area, but I was afraid it was going to get knocked over, so I put it over here instead. And then this is this wall, and over here this is kind of, I got this, let me back up so you can kind of like get a nicer view of it. But this is kind of like where I keep my it's kind of like a mini shop that I have going on right now, because I'm working on getting some stuff around so that maybe next year I can do a craft fair. And I made some displays for that. Then this one is made out of sorry, focus. This one's made out of pallet wood, and we made it so that it's like an A-frame on a hinge, so you can fold it up and open it. And I put all those little hooks on there, and then it hangs all the earrings that I make. Once again, you can find these on Etsy. They're for sale on Etsy. And I'm also making more to build my inventory up. And then this is a sign that I painted once again for my business. Some essential oils that I use during like my healing sessions, some lotions. This is a aura cleansing room spray or self spray, whatever you want to use it for. And I made these brochures a while, like a year ago, just a few of them, but they're for, once again, for my business, and some business cards. And then this is I'm not really quite sure what kind of stone it is. If you know what kind of stone it is, let me know. It could be aventurine, but it's got some really pretty markings on it. I got it. It's got a good weight to it, but I'm going to have to lengthen the chain. I think the chain's too short for myself, but I got it hanging on that little pole there. Oh, and these are my chakra stones that I got as well, that I use for healings. And then down here is where I keep my crystals that I'm going to sell at my shows. And then down here are some of the things that I've also been working on, and painted these trays. These are all the journals that I just got done making that are going to be going for sale on my Etsy. These are all the bracelets that I've made so far. Got to make a lot more. And then these are some elf ears that I made that when I was practicing my wire wrapping. Oh my gosh, they're so they're tedious to make, but they are adorable. They're tangled up and I only have one hand. There we go. Look at that. They're so cute. I worked very hard on these, and they're adjustable too, so. Oh, sounds like my daughter's coming downstairs. Bubblegum. Very cool. And then these are some ritual kits that I've been working on making too, also for my Etsy store. And so all this stuff I've been working really hard on. And then these boxes down here are just pretty much full of like fabrics and altar cloths and stuff, because I do sewing projects and things. And so, and plus, you know, all my altar cloths, keep those down there.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, love you.
Love you, Mom.
And then this is my necklace display that I made out of an old ladder that I found on the side of the road. And these are the necklaces that I've been making. Now I need to make more. It's not as full as I would like it. I can film all. I got 3 tiers, maybe possibly even a 4th row of space for necklaces. I have to make more necklaces, but that's what I have so far. And then I have this really pretty purple fan that I had forever, and then a picture of a Pisces symbol and some other symbols that I made years ago. My hula hoop, and some towels and some sheets that I use also for when to cover up my massage table and things of that nature. So that's my room. And it's all clean for now. I'm sure tomorrow it'll be messy. But I hope you all enjoyed it. And thank you once again for coming and joining me in my space. And maybe here in the next couple days I'll have another video up for you. So feel free to subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell button to get notified. And then you can also find me on Facebook at...
Hi.
Okay. Hi. You can find me on Facebook at Amethyst Moonflower or Magically Mixed. Also on Instagram at Amethyst Moonflower or Magically Mixed. So, thank you everybody for coming and watching my video, and I hope it wasn't too long. I hope you enjoyed everything. And if you have any comments or suggestions or questions, anything like that, just leave them in the comments down below, and I will get to them as soon as possible. And you all have a lovely day. Brightest blessings. Namaste.